The role of finance, as you would agree with me, has evolved from bookkeeping to reporting and to value creation. As a finance professional, how would you define financial insights? For me, I see it as the ability to understand what truly drives value, to understand what drives profitability, cash generation, and growth in a business. Now, these finance insights would help to provide the bridge between strategy and execution. I warmly welcome you to Finance Series with Oyekemi Ajayi. I'm going to be talking about using finance insights to redesign business performance. All my finance professionals, CFOs, finance business partners, please come closer. This is really for you. As a finance professional that is working in a high-performing organization, you need to understand that it is not only what happened that you should be looking at. You should look at why it happened, what is likely to happen next, what actions should be taken to improve future outcomes. Meaning that it's not just to look at, oh, it just happened like that, that is how it is. You need to move towards data-driven decision making that would help to integrate operations with customer experience, with market intelligence, and also financial intelligence. So as a finance professional and a finance business partner, what are the things that you need to move forward with? What are the things you need to start doing? You need to move from measurement to management. You need to focus on identifying critical values that help to determine the success of your business. You need to understand how to show your business leaders how the business has performed, not just how they've performed, but most importantly, what is helping to drive that performance. So you should be asking the question, what is driving the performance? What must we change to help us perform better? You get? That's the way you need to start thinking. You need to also use finance to drive strategic prioritization. So if we are saying in a business that, oh, we need to prioritize, don't just say we need to prioritize. Let it be driven by data, backed by what you have from your financial insights. What I'm saying here is provide your leaders, provide management with insights that would enable them to distinguish between activities that create value and those that consume resources without bringing in returns or sufficient returns into the business. My third point is to align performance with long-term value creation. The question is, how can you do this? You can achieve this by providing valuable insights that would help management to understand how to strengthen the organization's capacity to be able to create more value in the very near future or over the next 5 years, right? You need to think long-term for the business. The fourth point is that you need to build resilience, and you build resilience through predictive insights. As a finance professional, one contribution that will be very helpful is your ability to be able to anticipate what future challenges would be and what future opportunities would look like for the business. Meaning that you now need to focus on scenario planning. You need to start looking at your forecasting. You need to look at your budgeting and any risk analysis that you can do to help the organization understand and evaluate potential outcomes before making a critical decision. So one of the things that you need to note is that resilience is not determined by the size of the organization. No. It's determined by the quality of the information and the speed of decision making within the organization. Interesting, right? In conclusion, redesigning business performance begins with redesigning the role of your finance unit, defining your role as a finance professional. The organization that will thrive in the future is not necessarily those that have more resources or that have the most resources, but it's those that have the ability to convert information into insights and insights into action. So the next time you review your management account, you review the performance of your organization, bring out the insights for the management team and see how you can convert those insights into actions for the organization. Remember the kind of questions you should be asking. It is not how did we make this revenue? It is focusing on the drivers, also looking at the sustainability of those drivers, right? And how you can improve on them in the very near future. If you are looking at it from a cost perspective, you would also be taking a slightly different approach to see how you can help the organization to be more efficient and how they can reduce costs. I hope this information has been very helpful, and I hope you've been able to learn one or two things with respect to turning insights into action. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and do have a great one.